Hello, YouTube. So I've been working on my game and I wondered how to add heels to the default Quinn skeleton. There's very little information regarding this. Royal Skies had made a custom Quinn with heels, but it's paid on his store. So I needed a free version. So this is my character blueprint and this is my player. I've already added heels her feats. And when you play the game, it's completely functional. For the purpose of the video, I've been using Unreal Engine 5.3.2. By default, Unreal uses the SKM Quinn Simple Skeletal Mesh for its template. But here we are going to use SKM Quinn Skeletal Mesh, the more complex one out of the two. To edit the skeletal mesh, go to your content browser and find the skeletal mesh. Right-click on it and go to Assets action, then export it. As I've already exported the skeletal mesh, so I won't be doing it again. Now open Blender and import the FBX file. Since we are going to work on her feet, I'll zoom into it and click on any of the bone there and click in front. Now go into pose mode and carefully click on this inside bone of both the feet. These bones are going to rotate her feet down. Now press num3 on the keyboard to go into orthographic mode and rotate the feet as per your likings and requirements. Now click these two toe bones and rotate them upwards. You can click off the in front mode. Now click Flash on the keyboard to highlight the mesh and hide skeleton. Go down to her feet and switch to sculpt mode. Don't forget to turn on X mirror here. Carefully extrude the heels down. You can even add your own heel models here, but for the sake of simplicity, I'll extrude the mesh itself. Find the mask tool and paint the extruded part. Paint carefully only on the heels. By turning on the X mirror, the mask paint will affect other side as well. Now press Ctrl+I to invert the mask. Click the Move tool and go to the Sculpt menu here. Hover over Set Pivot and set Pivot to Mask Border. This will set the gizmo on the mask border. Press num3 on keyboard to go to the orthographic mode. Now move the gizmo down till it touches the surface. You can hold Ctrl to snap the selected part on the grid. As you can see, it's roughly done. Now press slash again to bring back all the hidden bones. Now the fun part begins. Unreal Engine 5 won't care what changes you have made to the skeleton or the mesh made inside Blender. Since we have sculpted the heels, Unreal Engine simply bypassed the heels part and reverts the mesh shape to its original position. To actually make changes and register that into Unreal Engine, we need to change the mesh again inside Edit mode. Thankfully, there's a workaround that could save up a lot of time. Click on your mesh and go inside the Modifiers tab right side of the screen. We have an armature modifier here. Simply duplicate the armature modifier. Don't worry about the shape change. It's not going to change the shape of her feet that we planned. Now go inside the edit mode and click these two icons. This modifies the shape of her feet to the shape that we planned. And Unreal Engine won't have any hard time registering her feet. Now press num 3 on the numpad and move the mesh up while in edit mode. Move it up so as to make it aligned with the y-axis. Now get back to object mode. Do not worry about the shape here, as Unreal Engine only registers the changes which are made inside edit mode. Now go to the new armature modifier and apply the changes. Make sure that the original armature modifier is not being altered. Go to edit mode finally and see if everything aligned perfectly. Now select the mesh and shift, select the bone armature to highlight them, and then export these as an FBX. Click selected objects, -Z on Z forward, Y up for up. Leave apply transform disabled. Go down to geometry and set smoothing to face. Click triangulate faces. Go down to armature and deselect the add leaf bones. And deselect add animations because we don't have any. Check everything again and then click export as FBX. Now go to Content Browser of your UE5 and import the new FBX file. Select SK_mannequin and leave everything as it is and click Import. Now go to your third-person character blueprint and replace the SKM Quinn with the new FBX character with heels. As you can see, it's working perfectly fine with the Quinn animations. Let's perform a quick play test. There's one thing that I would like to add. It's completely optional. Go to the event graph and tab into the menu. Find left shift keyboard event. Pull out the pressed node and find set max walk speed. If it does not shows up, click context sensitive. Now duplicate the node down here. Drag into the character movement node inside the blueprint and hook it up into these new nodes. Now hook up the duplicated node into the release node. Set the max walk speed here to 500 and set this max walk speed to 170. Copy this value and go to character movement and set max walk speed to 170. Set other values as per your wish. I recommend that while compiling, click on Save on Success only. This will save the blueprint after compiling. Moving the character feels more natural and smooth. And here we have our free heels model ready from Blender. Thanks for watching.